wa Supreme Court.
Archbishop and the Bishop of Jovia Diocese, the host, and all the clergy. Your Highness Jovia Mutesi Inebantu and your dear wife, the Queen Jovia Mutesi. I would like to recognize the cultural leaders present as affiliated in the National Canada. All the delegations who have come, all the members of parliament, the local leaders, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. God is good and all the time.
God is good and God is his nature. Wow.
By thanking the Most Reverend Archbishop Kazimba Stephen Mugalu for expeditiously and in a very colorful way conducting the very important ceremony this morning of the holy matrimony between the King of Busoga and the Queen of Busoga. I thank you very sincerely. I have come here in two capacities. One is already known by all the people of Busoga. I am called Mutesi from Bugweri. I have always said it. And Your Grace and Your Eminence, I was given this name a long time ago when we had, I hope the Honorable Abdul Katuntu is not here, because that time we were campaigning for KK in a by-election, the late Kirunda Kivenjinja, in a by-election which was there in the Bugweri, in that constituency of Honorable Katuntu. That was a long time ago. I was still a member of parliament. And the elders there gave me that name, Mutesi. And I have been telling people here, Your Grace, that I'm also Mutesi from Bugweri. But Mutesi of Bugweri who comes from Teso. And today, Your Highness and Your Eminence and the chiefs, we now have the Mutesi who is officially in the palace, the Inebantu. So I may need guidance on whether I should also continue with that name which was given to me, or you will choose to give me another name. That one will be a discussion for another day. So, Your Highness, that is the capacity in which I'm here, the first one. But the second one, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Oh, she wants to translate. Okay, you first translate that.
Bana, Vice President, asimye no Archbishop, okukiza okubaawo agaite lata ifini mukaire waife, musana mukuru, yasima ino baba, okole kyakoze olwaleero. Aye yakoba ati aidye mwitulwa jambirundi ebiri. Aidye nga omumbeda webugweri. Bamweta Mutesi. Erine lyo alifuna myaka gibiseku. Yali ali bugweri mu campaign nga bali campaign mu Kibejjinja nga aliko esibani wa Mikatuntu bamwerine eryo kale alwire nalyo. Aye alikubuuza aje mu maiso kulikozesa oba alire kule. Ze ko bati jja mu maiso. Continue with the name.
I continue with the name.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So we shall be saying Mutesi, the Vice President, then the Inebantu.
So tudakuba ni Mutesi Vice President ni Mutesi Inebantu.
So there is a distinction. It will be very easy to distinguish.
Widakumana agenda ulao.
So Your Grace, that makes me to be at home. I'm comfortable here because this is home.
Era alikwogera ng'omwana wawaka kuba ali aka.
But the second reason why I'm here, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, sent me with his message to you, Your Grace, and Your Highness, and indeed all the members of the congregation.
Aide mutu eryokubiri aide ng'akikire Vice President wa Uganda Oweekitiibwa Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ng'alina obubaka mutumye eri ekanisa n'eri Kyabazinga n'eri abantu ba Busoga.
And first he asked me to send his greetings together with the greetings of Mama Janet to all of you, the people of Busoga, but specifically to His Highness and the Queen.
Ngwera kyasoose omu ku bantu bw'otuuka sooka bakoti mbalamuyisa kulwange nga President ni Mama Janet yena balamuyisa asangaire okuba nga asobola okusobaka buno eri Kyabazinga n'Inebantu.
So His Excellency the President normally writes, but yesterday he rang me and told me that this morning he's going to ring me and I get a pen and a paper to write his points, then I come and present here. That is a method he decided to use, and it is a very difficult method, Your Grace.
President ebisere bisinga ebaruwa dadde tambuwandiike aidda mukubira esimu yamukwata ndakukubira nkukobere byonayogera ati kale ntegeka eyo emukalubirizaamu ayo yamuwaire.
But I assured him that I'm going to execute the assignment without casualties.
Era yamukakasa nti waire ojogere bwogere obaka ndabutuusa ngazira kyensukyusizaamu.
So the message is, His Excellency the President congratulates you, Your Highness, and the bride on your very special day of the holy matrimony.
President wa Uganda alikowezayoza ino baba Kyabazinga n'Inebantu kunakula imwe luno olw'endawulo olw'omufire obufumbo bwamufu.
He thanks you, Your Highness, for getting a lifetime partner, because it is very important to have a lifetime partner, because a family is the nucleus of society.
Akwebaziza okufuna mwino ow'oluberera kubanga amaka n'entobo y'obulamu.
His Excellency also asked me to thank you specifically, Your Highness, because when your father died, you were still a young boy, but he wants to record a clear statement that you have demonstrated maturity, you have demonstrated responsibility, you have demonstrated hard work, and he wants to thank you especially for completing your education.
President alikwenda ino okusiima Kyabazinga yamwidukiza nti baba Professor Nadiope bwe yafa wali mwana muto ino aye ali kusiima okola obuvunaanyizibwa n'osoma n'omalayo okutuusa olunaku lwa leero. Weebale okola obuvunaanyizibwa na bwegendereza.
And His Excellency the President also thanks all the people of Busoga, specifically the close family members who brought you up, especially when your father died.
Alikwebaza ino abo bonna ab'omu maka ab'emikwano abagemaku osobola okukula okutusaawo otuuse empeera ano. Mwebale nnyo mwena.
And His Excellency the President also thanks you, Your Highness, for recently visiting the Royal Highness of Bunyoro Kingdom.
Era alikwebaza era yasanuka ino nti wasobola okwebeeda waja ewa dada waife Bunyoro wakyalira ku Lukira Basajja omukama gafa busa isuukayo ino yasiima ino.
In visiting the Royal Highness of Bunyoro Kingdom, you clearly showed that there is interconnectedness between these kingdoms.
Okukyalako Bunyoro kyalagira ddala enkolagana eriwo mu bwakabaka bwaife ow'e Bunyoro n'obw'e Busoga.
And His Excellency the President asked me to mention to you, together with other cultural leaders present here, that it is very important to always demonstrate and clearly expose that interconnectedness between us and among us, and he would like the kingdoms to always clearly bring out what brings us together, what connects us together, rather than the differences.
Era alikusaba obwakabaka bwonna obuli mu Uganda tugezeeku okwendagana okulagagana omukwano n'obulala bwaife ekitugayita n'omukwano tube kweyawulayawulamu tukozese ofisi ezo okuyunga abantu n'okuyunga amawanga.
And he wants this interconnectedness to come out whether within Uganda, at the East African level, or at the African level, because the people of Africa are the same and they should work very hard together pursuing our interests. And that those who have some doubts may refer to the Batambuzi dynasty or the Bachwezi dynasty.
Era alikoba ati kino kimukwa mu Uganda yonka mujje mu mawanga agatuliraine n'agandi gonna okulaga obulalo bwaife kubanga amawanga ga Africa gonna tuli bantu balala. Era obanga eri atayikiriza ekyo alina kyabuuza mujje musome history ey'abatembuzi ni history ey'abachwezi mwida kubona engeri kyetugemaganamu ng'ebika n'amawanga.
And that he shared the same message with the Prince, the Kabaka of Buganda, when he was still a prince then, when he was in London, and assured the Kabaka that he is going to reinstate the kingdoms in Uganda, but also emphasized to him that when he reinstates the kingdoms should demonstrate unity and what brings them together.
Amagezi ago tagatandise lwa leero. Kabaka wa Buganda aw'ekisibwa ekisengedde Ronald Mutebi bwe yalinaye Bungereza ng'akalukwizawo bwakabaka mu Uganda yamukakasa nti nja kubwizaawo aye mukubwizaawo ndikusaba nti wonna atya amakuntebe wena yongera okulaga omukwano mu mawanga agandi okiraga nti Uganda eri galala.
And that we should always remember that we are all descendants of other indigenous African people. That's why in the names, for instance, like Wamala, it is found in Buganda, it is found in Western Uganda, it is also in DRC, and it is in Tanzania. So a clear demonstration that we are the same people.
Ekiraga nti amawanga ga Africa twena tuli kintu kirala twava mu bantu balala. Erina lya Wamala oli agana Buganda, oli agana mu Western Uganda, oli agana mu Congo, oli agana mu nsi edindi zonna n'olwekyo tuli kintu kirala.
And Your Highness, the name like Nadiope, His Excellency say that it is here in Buganda, in Busoga, but it is also in Karamoja.
Perano yakoite ina lya Nadiope tiri ku Busoga byonka nere mu Karamoja yone yo Nadiope.
And in Teso, Nadiope it is called Odiope. There are people in Teso called the Odiope.
Ne Teso eri abantu bita Odiope. Kale kyona kiraga era tuli balalawo.
And His Excellency the President said that the name of the bride, Mutesi, it is also in Ankole, but in Ankole they pronounce it a bit differently, Mutesi with the TSI, and that means a favorite child.
Mperano bana erina lya Inebantu Mutesi ni Mwankole liriyo. Ayiro balieta Mutesi. Ekitegeeza omwana gwe basinga okwenda.
And he said that that name also Mutesi is in Rwanda.
Ne Rwanda erina liriyo erya Mutesi.
So he asked me, Your Grace, Your Eminence, and Your Highness, to emphasize the point of unity and interconnectedness as kingdoms and as people of Africa.
So antumye ensonga eyo tukite kuina isira okumana nti tuli kirala tufaanana tukolere ala tusigale nga tuli ala twegaite.
And in those few examples, he asked me to state that he will find an opportunity to have you and the Queen. He will host you with Mama in State House with your delegation.
Era baba alikakasa nti ekisera kitali kyagala ino aida kweta Inebantu muje
the most
eka
important
ewe.
point, Your Highness, Your Eminence, Your Grace, and Your Highness, is that I should repeat and repeat unity and interconnectedness. I think I've repeated it enough.
Abekanisa abakobye ekyo bawulire ino enjiri kyokuba tuli kintu kirala era mwaga gafe gegemagana nebika bigemagana.
And finally, he said that as an African parent, he has also participated in raising you, Your Highness, and he still wants to continue being a parent to you, Your Highness, and therefore, he has offered you 20 cows, which is a custom according to him to welcome the incoming bride, because he is on your side, Your Highness, as your parent. So he is welcoming the bride with 20 cows, which I have brought, and he said it is called Okulabuchira in the local language.
Alikoba atiyenga president atenga latawo akukuziriza ali kusaidi eno eri ku jebagabira omuwala n'olwekyo ye nga latawo w'omumaka ali kusangaza omugole nga muwa ente 20.
So Your Grace, Your Eminence, and Your Highness, you can see how tough the assignment is. But I believe that I have done it to the best of my capacity. That is the assignment. That is the message which he gave me on phone. And I would now like to ask for your authority, Your Grace, to hand over the 50 cows. But in my capacity also as a Mutesi, Your Highness, a Mutesi of Bugweri, who is from Teso, I came with physical cows, two physical cows. I'm told they are grazing somewhere, the other eastern side. And I came with 2 because Your Highness, the children must drink milk. I heard His Grace saying that one of the reasons for marriage is procreation. Procreation means we are going to have children very soon, and therefore the children must drink milk. And those cows, according to the vet, when one is having a calf, one will be in calf. So at all times there will be milk in the palace for those children.
Alikoba atinga ugaise kwente eda president da waire omugole waife omuwala mwene yena ale sente 2 era diri awo muluya diri kulya isubi ate diri mu mwako dombi yakoba ati tali kwenda lubiru bule mata eno nabanga omwako erebenga balijikama n'olwekyo tumida kufika mata agusha bakobya ati muzala abana kale ye ali ba mata g'abaana abo era mutandikirewo.
His Grace, you say that before the Inebantu came, His Highness was very lonely. We saw a worse loneliness when His Excellency the President sent us to the palace to open the palace, to hand over the palace from government to His Highness. I asked the Katukiro, Dr. Muvawala, does Their Highness stay here? Dr. Muvawala said, hardly. Because the palace was so big, but he did not have a companion. So you rightly say that today is the day that the Lord has made. I want to thank Mutesi and her family for accepting to contribute to what this day has been today. Thank you very much.
Vice President Alikoba, ati akubisho wakobi ati Kyabazinga barayongobeire gaine bantu akali tukamukanisa ya mwidukiza nti retwaide kwigurawo eigenge yabonanga enumba nene ino atenga baba ali muyenka yabuza Katukiro ati baba asula muno akati tatera ati kubazira muntu gwabanaye ayenge fano gaboide yekakasa nti olubiro lwegenge ludatandika okusuwa.
So Your Grace, Your Eminence, Your Highness, allow me now to hand over the 20 cows which His Excellency the President has contributed towards supporting the holy matrimony of the Kyabazinga of Busoga.
Ente dido President dawereza diri kutambula diri kusara kujya ewa baba dido diri kujya ewa baba ni mama. Okay. Excellency, excuse me, I want to announce the presence of the Mwenengo of Ugwere. Your Highness, you are welcome. The Mwenengo.
Thank you. Hello.
So, Mwenengo Wabugwe, not Bugwere, the Secretary General Waba Kabaka, Mwami Atim Yenaliano.